Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the Bedtime Lab. I'm so delighted to have you here with me tonight. As the stars begin their nightly dance across the sky, we settle into a cozy space, ready to explore the enchanting world of ancient astronomy. This evening we'll journey into the past, unraveling the mysteries of how our ancestors gazed up at the heavens with wonder and curiosity. But first, let me invite you. Where are you watching from tonight? I love hearing about the different places our community calls home. Now, let's embark on this celestial voyage together. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians were some of the earliest astronomers? They were particularly fascinated by the star Sirius, which played a significant role in their calendar system. Each year, when Sirius reappeared in the dawn sky, it heralded the annual flooding of the Nile River, an event crucial for agriculture. Can you imagine the anticipation and relief they must have felt, watching the sky for this celestial signal? Speaking of ancient calendars, the Mayans also had a sophisticated understanding of astronomy. Their calendar system was incredibly accurate, predicting solar eclipses and tracking the movements of planets with impressive precision. It's fascinating to think that they accomplished this without telescopes, relying solely on their keen observational skills and detailed record-keeping. This reminds me of another remarkable culture, the Babylonians. Around 2,000 years ago, they developed one of the earliest known forms of the zodiac. By dividing the sky into 12 sections, they laid the foundations for the zodiac signs we still recognize today. It's intriguing to think that the constellations we associate with our personalities and destinies have such ancient origins. And here's something fascinating. The ancient Greeks made significant contributions to our understanding of the cosmos. One of the most famous Greek astronomers, Hipparchus, created the first known star catalogue over 2,000 years ago. He meticulously charted the positions of over 800 stars. His work laid the groundwork for future astronomers and is a testament to his dedication and observational prowess. Let me share something interesting about the Chinese, who have a long history of astronomical observation. Around the same time that Hipparchus was busy cataloguing stars, Chinese astronomers were recording solar and lunar eclipses. They believed these celestial events were omens, signaling changes in the fate of their emperors. It's a gentle reminder of how the sky was seen as a reflection of earthly happenings. Speaking of celestial phenomena, did you know that the ancient Greeks were the first to propose that the earth was a sphere? Pythagoras, a philosopher and mathematician, suggested this revolutionary idea, observing that the shadow of the earth on the moon during a lunar eclipse was round. Such a simple observation, yet it marked a profound shift in understanding our planet's place in the cosmos. And here's something that might surprise you. The ancient Indians developed a heliocentric model of the solar system long before it became widely accepted in the West. This concept, that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun, was proposed by the astronomer Aryabhata in the 5th century. His insights were part of a rich tradition of Indian astronomy, which included detailed studies of eclipses and planetary motions. Now, let's drift back to Mesopotamia, where the Babylonians not only created the zodiac, but also developed a base 60 number system. This system is the reason we have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. Their mathematical ingenuity has left a lasting legacy in how we measure time. Have you ever wondered about the origins of the term planet? It comes from the Greek word planetis, meaning wanderer. The ancient Greeks named celestial bodies that moved across the sky differently from the fixed stars. These wanderers captured the imagination of many cultures and fueled countless myths and stories. Finally, let's turn our gaze to the ancient Polynesians. They were extraordinary navigators. using the stars to traverse vast stretches of the Pacific Ocean. Without any modern tools, they meticulously observed the rising and setting of stars to guide their journeys. It's amazing to think about their courage and skill, trusting the stars to lead them to new lands. As we let these stories of ancient stargazers fill our minds, we find that we are linked through time by our shared fascination with the night sky. The wisdom and curiosity of those who came before us echo through the ages, inviting us to contemplate our own place in the universe. I hope you feel a sense of wonder, as I do, thinking about these ancient astronomers who looked up at the same stars we see today. Remember, you're not alone in your curiosity. We are all part of this grand celestial tapestry woven together by our shared history of stargazing. Let me take you on a journey back to ancient China, where the understanding of astronomy was intertwined with mythology and governance. Did you know that the Chinese developed an intricate lunar calendar, which was based on the phases of the moon? This calendar was not just about tracking time, it was deeply connected to agricultural activities and cultural festivities. The emperor was often seen as the son of heaven, and celestial signs were interpreted as messages to or from him. It's fascinating to think how the stars influenced the earthly realm. Now, let's glide over to ancient Greece once more, where the philosopher Anaximander made a bold proposal. He suggested that the Earth was not supported by anything but instead floated in space, surrounded by the infinite. This was a radical idea, challenging the notion that the Earth needed to rest on something. Such imaginative thinking must have sparked many late-night discussions among scholars beneath the starlit sky. Speaking of the sky, the ancient Egyptians had a sky goddess named Nut, who was believed to swallow the sun each evening and give birth to it each morning. This captivating myth highlighted their attempts to explain the daily cycle of sunrise and sunset, reflecting a deep connection between their beliefs and astronomical observations. Can you picture how these stories enriched the lives of those who watched the sun disappear and reappear every day? Moving across to the Indian subcontinent, did you know that ancient Indian astronomers had a profound understanding of the synodic and sidereal months? These terms refer to the time it takes for the moon to return to the same phase and the time it takes to orbit the Earth relative to the stars, respectively. This level of detail in their observations suggests a high degree of sophistication and accuracy in their calendrical systems. Let me share a curious fact from ancient Mesopotamia. The Babylonians were not only skilled in dividing the zodiac, they also created some of the earliest known star maps. These maps were etched onto clay tablets and are among the oldest records of constellations. Imagine how thrilling it must have been to chart the stars, connecting dots across the night sky to tell stories and make sense of the celestial dome. And here's another intriguing thought. The ancient Greeks were the first to propose that the planets, including Earth, moved in circular orbits. While we now know that these orbits are more elliptical, the notion of circular motion marked a significant step in understanding the mechanics of our solar system. This idea laid the groundwork for future astronomers like Copernicus and Kepler. As we sail over to Mesoamerica, we find that the Aztecs had their own unique perspective on the cosmos. They believed that the universe underwent cycles of creation and destruction, a concept reflected in their cosmology and calendar systems. The Aztec calendar stone, with its intricate carvings, served as both a timekeeping device and a representation of their cosmological beliefs. It's remarkable how their understanding of time was so deeply intertwined with their myths and rituals. Now, let's turn our attention to the Islamic Golden Age, where scholars made groundbreaking contributions to astronomy. Did you know that the Persian astronomer Al-Sufi was one of the first to describe the Andromeda galaxy, which he referred to as a nebulous smear? His observations were centuries ahead of their time, demonstrating the remarkable clarity and precision of Islamic astronomy. In ancient Rome, the astronomer Ptolemy crafted the geocentric model of the universe, which positioned the Earth at the center, with the Sun, Moon, and planets orbiting around it. While this model was eventually supplanted by the heliocentric model, it dominated Western astronomy for more than a millennium. It's a testament to the lasting influence of his work in shaping the course of astronomical thought. Let's also remember the ancient Australians, the Aboriginal peoples, who have a rich tradition of stargazing. They used the night sky for navigation and storytelling, with constellations that were unique to their culture. The emu in the sky, formed by the dark spaces in the Milky Way, is one such constellation that guided them across the land. It's incredible how different cultures have perceived and interpreted the night sky in such varied and meaningful ways. Have you ever wondered how ancient people tracked celestial movements without modern tools? The Greeks used an ingenious device called the astrolabe, which allowed them to measure the altitude of stars and planets. This tool was essential for navigation and timekeeping, bridging the gap between the heavens and the earthly realm. Think about the ingenuity required to create such a device with the limited resources they had. Finally, let's drift to the Andes, where the Inca civilization observed the sky with a focus on the sun. They built structures like the Intihuatana, a ritual stone associated with astronomy, which was used to mark solstices and equinoxes. The positioning of these structures reflects their sophisticated understanding of solar cycles and their importance in Inca culture. As we reflect on these ancient astronomers and their wondrous discoveries, it's comforting to realize that our fascination with the stars transcends time and culture. Each of these civilizations contributed a unique thread to the vast tapestry of human understanding, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire us today. As you close your eyes tonight, let your thoughts drift among the stars, knowing that you share a timeless connection with those who have gazed up at the night sky before you. Let's begin with the ancient Chinese, who had an impressive tradition of recording astronomical events. They were among the first to document supernovae, those brilliant explosions of dying stars. One such event occurred in the year 1054 and was noted in Chinese records as a guest star that shone brightly in the sky for nearly 2 years. Imagine the wonder and mystery it must have inspired, a new star suddenly appearing and then vanishing from sight. Speaking of remarkable celestial phenomena, did you know the ancient Egyptians aligned many of their structures with astronomical events? The Great Pyramid of Giza is so precisely oriented that its sides align almost exactly with the cardinal points of the compass. This alignment likely served both practical and ritualistic purposes, reflecting their deep reverence for the cosmos. In keeping with this theme of alignment, the Mayans were master astronomers who constructed their cities with celestial precision. Their famous observatory, El Caracol, located at Chichen Itza, was designed to track the path of Venus, which held immense cultural significance for them. The Mayans meticulously recorded the planet's cycles, revealing their profound astronomical knowledge and its influence on their calendar and mythology. Let's turn our attention to something quite fascinating about early Islamic astronomers. They developed a method for determining the direction of Mecca, known as the Qibla. As this was essential for the 5 daily prayers, they used complex astronomical calculations and instruments to find the correct orientation from any location. It's amazing to think about the combination of faith and science driving these innovations. Speaking of instruments, the ancient Greeks crafted the Antikythera mechanism, often called the world's first analog computer. Discovered in a shipwreck, this intricate device could predict astronomical positions and eclipses. Its complexity suggests a level of technological advancement that is truly astonishing for its time, a testament to the Greek passion for understanding the cosmos. Imagine the excitement when Pythagoras first suggested that the Earth was a sphere, a revolutionary idea in the 6th century BCE. Prior to this, the prevalent belief was that the Earth was flat. Pythagoras' insight laid the groundwork for future thinkers, challenging them to reconsider the nature of our world and its place in the universe. Shifting our gaze to the ancient Persians, they were pioneers in developing the concept of the zodiac. By dividing the sky into 12 segments, each associated with a constellation, they created a system that would influence astrology and astronomy for millennia. Their observations and calculations allowed them to predict celestial events with impressive accuracy. Did you know that the Polynesians were exceptional navigators who used the stars to sail across vast ocean distances? Without compasses or maps, they relied on their deep knowledge of the stellar patterns and their interactions with the natural environment. Their ability to traverse the Pacific Ocean is a testament to their extraordinary astronomical skills and intimate relationship with the sea and sky. Meanwhile, in the medieval period, the University of Paris became a hub of astronomical study. One intriguing debate involved the nature of the heavens themselves. Scholars pondered whether the stars were affixed to a celestial sphere or existed in a more dynamic and fluid state. Such debates fueled the scholarly pursuit of astronomy, pushing the boundaries of contemporary understanding. Have you ever considered how ancient civilizations predicted eclipses? The Babylonians were adept at this, using the Saros cycle, a period of approximately 18 years during which similar eclipses occur. Their ability to anticipate these awe-inspiring events speaks to their sophisticated knowledge of lunar and solar cycles, which they meticulously recorded on clay tablets. And what about the intriguing notion that the Earth might orbit the Sun? While this heliocentric model is credited to Copernicus in the 16th century, it was actually proposed much earlier by the ancient Greek philosopher Aristarchus of Samos. His radical idea challenged the geocentric view, though it would take centuries before gaining widespread acceptance. Moreover, the ancient Indian text, the Surya Siddhanta, reveals a remarkable understanding of astronomical concepts, including the length of the year and the motion of celestial bodies. This text is a testament to the advanced knowledge held by Indian astronomers, combining observations with mathematical precision. Consider the cultural significance of constellations. The indigenous peoples of North America, such as the Lakota, associated them with seasonal changes and agricultural cycles. For instance, the appearance of certain constellations indicated the time for planting or harvesting, showcasing a profound connection between the sky and the rhythms of daily life. Lastly, the term planet itself has an interesting origin. It comes from the Greek word planetis, meaning wanderer, reflecting how these celestial bodies moved against the backdrop of fixed stars. The ancients observed the unique paths of planets like Mercury and Venus, noting their deviations and weaving these observations into their cosmological narratives. Each of these ancient insights and innovations highlights the timeless human fascination with the stars. From the alignment of pyramids to the intricate mechanisms of celestial prediction, these achievements remind us of our enduring quest to understand the universe and our place within it. As you drift into a peaceful rest, let these stories of skyward wonder guide you into a slumber filled with dreams of the cosmos. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Chinese, whose stellar observations were incredibly meticulous. They were among the first to record a supernova, the remnants of which we now know as the Crab Nebula. This explosion in the sky was documented in the year 1054, and their detailed accounts have provided modern astronomers with invaluable historical data. Continuing with the theme of celestial observations, did you know that the ancient Greeks distinguished between stars and planets by observing their movements? The stars were seen as fixed points in the sky, while planets, or wanderers, moved differently, sparking curiosity and leading to further studies of planetary motion. Here's an interesting tidbit. The ancient Romans adopted much of their astronomical knowledge from the Greeks, but added their own layer of mythology. They renamed the planets after their own gods, which is why we still use names like Mars, Venus, and Jupiter today. This fusion of science and myth reflects the way in which cultures throughout history have sought to explain the mysteries of the cosmos. And speaking of explanations, the ancient Egyptians had a fascinating belief about the Milky Way. They considered it to be a celestial reflection of the Nile River, mirroring its flow across the sky and playing a significant role in their mythology. Moving across the globe, the Inca civilization had a unique perspective on constellations. Unlike many cultures that focused on the stars themselves, the Incas identified dark cloud constellations formed by the dark patches within the Milky Way. They saw these shapes as animals, such as the llama or the serpent, believed to have important roles in their spiritual and agricultural lives. This approach to the night sky highlights the diverse ways in which human cultures have interpreted celestial patterns. And what about the fascinating role of astrology in ancient societies? For the Babylonians, astrology was not merely a form of divination, but a sophisticated science deeply intertwined with their astronomical observations. They meticulously tracked the movements of celestial bodies to predict omens and guide their decision-making. This blending of science and belief demonstrates the profound impact of the stars on human life. Speaking of ancient wisdom, the Indian astronomer Aryabhata made remarkable contributions to our understanding of celestial mechanics. In the 5th century, he proposed a heliocentric model where the Earth rotates on its axis, a concept that anticipated ideas later developed in the Copernican revolution. Aryabhata's insights highlight the global and interconnected nature of astronomical progress. In terms of ancient instruments, the armillary sphere is a captivating invention, thought to have been used by Greek, Chinese, and Islamic astronomers. This model of the celestial sphere allowed them to visualize the movement of stars and planets. Its intricate design and functionality speak to the ingenuity and creativity of early scientists in their quest to unravel the mysteries of the universe. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to navigate the seas using the stars? This was a reality for the ancient Phoenicians, who were renowned for their seafaring prowess. They relied heavily on the North Star, or Polaris, to guide their voyages across the Mediterranean Sea. Their ability to read the night sky with such precision was crucial for their success as traders and explorers. And here's another intriguing fact. The ancient Greeks were among the first to propose the existence of other worlds. Philosophers like Democritus speculated that the universe was composed of countless atoms, forming not just our world, but many others, potentially inhabited by other beings. This early contemplation of a universe beyond our own reveals a remarkable openness to possibilities that science continues to explore today. Turning our gaze to the Middle East, the Persian scholar al-Biruni made significant advancements in measuring the Earth and understanding its geography. In the 11th century, He calculated the Earth's radius with astonishing accuracy, using astronomical observations. His work laid the foundation for future explorations and mappings of our planet, emphasizing the interplay between astronomy and geography. Now let's consider the ancient Greeks' understanding of eclipses. They were able to predict these celestial events with impressive precision, largely due to the work of astronomers like Hipparchus. By studying the patterns of the sun and moon, they could anticipate when and where eclipses would occur, showcasing their advanced mathematical and observational skills. Another fascinating aspect of ancient astronomy is the role of the Oracle of Delphi in Greek culture. This sacred site was believed to be the navel of the world, with its own celestial significance. The Pythia, or priestess at Delphi, would deliver prophecies that were often influenced by the positions of celestial bodies, demonstrating the deep connection between astronomy and religion. In the realm of ancient myths, the Norse people had a unique cosmological view. They believed in 9 realms connected by the great tree Yggdrasil, with the stars and heavens playing a central role in their sagas and stories. This cosmology reflects a rich tapestry of belief that intertwines the celestial with the mythological, offering us a window into how different cultures perceived the universe. Lastly, let's appreciate the profound impact of the ancient Chinese instrument known as the armillary sphere. This sophisticated device was used to model the heavens and helped astronomers study the stars and planets with great accuracy. Its development marked a significant milestone in the history of astronomical instrumentation, underpinning subsequent innovations across the world. As we reflect on these remarkable achievements, each fact illuminates a unique aspect of how ancient cultures engaged with the stars. Their dedication to understanding the cosmos not only enriched their own societies, but also laid the groundwork for the astronomical advancements that continue to inspire us today. Allow these stories of celestial wonder to accompany you as you drift into restful slumber. Let me share with you another captivating piece of ancient astronomy. In ancient China, the practice of observing the sky was not just a scientific endeavor, but also a crucial part of governance. Chinese astronomers were tasked with monitoring celestial events to ensure that the emperor's reign was in harmony with the cosmos. They believed that any anomaly in the heavens could be a sign of impending change, a concept that underscores the profound connection between celestial phenomena and earthly affairs. Did you know that the ancient Maya civilization had an incredibly advanced understanding of astronomy? Their intricate calendar system, the long count, was based on precise astronomical observations. This calendar allowed the Maya to predict solar eclipses and other celestial events with remarkable accuracy, showcasing their sophisticated mathematical skills and deep appreciation for the stars. Here's a fascinating fact. The ancient Greeks used a device called an astrolabe to measure the altitude of celestial bodies above the horizon. This instrument, a precursor to the sextant, was essential for navigation and helped sailors determine their latitude while at sea. The ingenuity of the astrolabe reflects the Greeks' commitment to enhancing their understanding of the world through the stars. Speaking of navigation, the Polynesians are celebrated for their extraordinary skills in celestial navigation. They traversed vast expanses of the Pacific Ocean using only the stars, the sun, and the moon as their guides. Their knowledge of the night sky was so detailed that they could pinpoint their location on the open sea just by observing the constellations and the patterns of waves and winds, a testament to their deep connection with nature. And here's something surprising about the Romans. Although they are not often associated with astronomical innovation, they had a keen interest in the stars, primarily for agricultural purposes. The Roman calendar was closely tied to the solar year to ensure that festivals and planting seasons aligned with the cycles of nature. This practical approach to astronomy highlights how celestial observations have long been intertwined with human survival and prosperity. Have you ever considered how ancient cultures explained solar and lunar eclipses? In ancient India, eclipses were thought to occur when the demon Rahu swallowed the sun or the moon, only to have them reappear due to Rahu's severed head floating away. This mythological interpretation provided a narrative that helped people make sense of these dramatic celestial events, illustrating how stories and science often intertwined in the past. The ancient Egyptians, renowned for their architectural marvels, used their understanding of astronomy in the construction of their pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is aligned with incredible precision to the cardinal points, a feat achieved through careful observation of the stars. This alignment demonstrates the Egyptians' sophisticated grasp of both engineering and celestial movements. In the realm of ancient Greek philosophy, Aristotle had an influential cosmological model that dominated Western thought for centuries. He proposed a geocentric universe, with Earth at the center and all celestial bodies moving in fixed spheres around it. This model, while eventually proven incorrect, played a crucial role in shaping early astronomical theories and encouraging further exploration of the cosmos. Speaking of influential models, Ptolemy, another Greek thinker, developed the concept of epicycles to explain the retrograde motion of planets. His work, the Almagest, provided a comprehensive guide to the stars and remained the authoritative astronomical text for over 1,000 years. Ptolemy's epicycles, despite their complexity, allowed ancient astronomers to predict planetary positions with reasonable accuracy. And did you know that the city of Alexandria in Egypt was once home to the greatest library of the ancient world? The Library of Alexandria was a hub for scholars, including astronomers, who gathered to exchange ideas and expand their understanding of the universe. This intellectual melting pot contributed significantly to the advancement of astronomical knowledge, with its influence reaching far beyond its own time. Moving to the Americas, the ancestral Puebloans of the American Southwest left behind fascinating evidence of their astronomical practices. Petroglyphs and alignments found at sites like Chaco Canyon suggest that these ancient people used solar and lunar cycles to guide their cultural and agricultural activities. Their ability to integrate astronomy into their daily lives highlights a timeless human quest to connect with the heavens. Did you know that ancient Arabian astronomers played a pivotal role in preserving and expanding astronomical knowledge during the Middle Ages? Figures like Al-Sufi meticulously catalogue stars and constellations, bridging the gap between ancient Greek texts and the later scientific renaissance in Europe. Their contributions were instrumental in ensuring that ancient wisdom was not only preserved, but also enhanced and passed on to future generations. Another fascinating aspect of ancient astronomy is found in the stone circles of Britain, such as Stonehenge. These megalithic structures are aligned with specific solar and lunar events, suggesting they may have served as early astronomical observatories. The precision of these alignments implies a sophisticated understanding of celestial cycles that guided rituals and seasonal activities. And here's an intriguing insight from ancient Japan. The Kojiki, one of Japan's oldest texts, contains references to celestial phenomena, including comets and meteor showers. These accounts illustrate the universal human fascination with the night sky, showcasing how different cultures recorded and mythologized the wonders they observed above. As we explore these diverse and remarkable stories, we uncover the myriad ways in which ancient peoples perceived and interacted with the universe. Their observations and interpretations laid the foundation for the vast body of astronomical knowledge we possess today. Each fact not only enriches our understanding of ancient cultures, but also reminds us of the enduring human curiosity that continues to drive our exploration of the cosmos. May these gentle whispers of starlit history guide you into serene dreams. Let me take you back to an era where the night sky was both a map and a storybook for those who gazed up in wonder. In ancient China, astronomers meticulously recorded celestial events over centuries. They documented everything from eclipses to comets, often interpreting these phenomena as omens for emperors and dynasties. Such detailed records provided later astronomers with invaluable data on cosmic cycles. Have you ever wondered how important these observations were for predicting the future? The Chinese believed that by understanding the heavens, they could anticipate earthly events. In the heart of Mesoamerica, the Mayans developed an extraordinarily accurate calendar system based on their keen astronomical observations. They meticulously tracked the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, creating a calendar that aligned with celestial cycles. This precision allowed them to predict solar and lunar eclipses, guiding agricultural and ceremonial activities. Isn't it astounding how their deep connection with the sky shaped their culture and expressions of time? Now, picture the Babylonians of ancient Mesopotamia gazing up at the stars about 4,000 years ago. They were among the first to divide the sky into constellations. Their ziggurats, towering structures designed to bring them closer to the stars, served as observatories where they tracked planetary movements. The Babylonian star catalogue laid the groundwork for future astronomical studies, demonstrating how they sought to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Meanwhile, the ancient Hindus had a fascinating approach to understanding the universe. Their texts described the universe as a vast, infinite ocean in which the earth floated like a lotus. This beautiful imagery was not merely poetic, but was embedded in their cosmology and spiritual beliefs. Their sophisticated mathematical and astronomical calculations, reflected in works like the Siddhantas, contributed significantly to later developments in trigonometry and planetary models. Isn't it remarkable how spirituality and science blended seamlessly in their worldview? In the lands of the Incas, high in the Andes, astronomy was intrinsically linked to agriculture and religion. The Incas built intricate stone structures, such as the Intihuatana at Machu Picchu, that functioned as solar observatories. These structures helped them determine solstices and equinoxes, crucial for maintaining agricultural cycles. Can you imagine standing in these sacred sites, witnessing the shadows align with such precision? In the ancient world, the Celts also held a deep reverence for the stars. Their stone circles, scattered across the British Isles, were carefully aligned with astronomical events. These sites may have been used for ceremonial purposes, marking the rhythm of the heavens in their ritual life. The Celts believed that their ancestors remained in the stars, watching over them, a belief that connected their spiritual and astronomical practices. Did you know that the ancient Greeks, beyond their mathematical models, also mythologized the stars? They saw stories in the constellations, like Hercules and Orion, embedding cultural narratives in the night sky. These stories provided not only entertainment, but also a framework for understanding the cosmos. Such mythologies fostered a rich tradition of storytelling that has endured for centuries, even influencing modern culture. In the rich tapestry of Persian culture, astronomy flourished as an essential science. Figures like Al-Khwarizmi advanced astronomical tables that were crucial for navigation and timekeeping. These tables helped refine earlier models and influenced European astronomy during the Renaissance. The Persian contributions highlight the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations in their quest to comprehend the universe. The Maori of New Zealand have a vibrant tradition of celestial navigation and lore. Their stories describe the stars as ancestors, guiding them on their ocean voyages. The Pleiades, known as Matariki, play a central role in marking the Maori New Year, a time of renewal and celebration. This intimate relationship with the stars guided their seafaring journeys, entwining their cultural identity with the night sky. In ancient Korea, the practice of astronomy was both a scientific endeavor and a demonstration of state power. The Cheomseongdae Observatory, one of the oldest surviving astronomical observatories in the world, stands as a testament to this dedication. Built during the Silla Kingdom, it was used to track celestial events and regulate the agricultural calendar, reflecting how astronomy supported governance and sustenance. Have you ever considered the impact of Islamic scholars on medieval astronomy? Their relentless pursuit of knowledge led to remarkable advancements. Observatories like the Maraghahe and Samarkand became centers of astronomical study, where scholars like Ulugh Beg created some of the most accurate star maps of their time. These efforts laid the groundwork for the scientific revolution in Europe, bridging the ancient and modern worlds. Reflecting on these myriad contributions, it becomes clear that our journey to understand the cosmos is as diverse as humanity itself. Each ancient culture, with its unique perspective, added a thread to the intricate tapestry of astronomical history. As you drift into a restful slumber, let these stories of the stars remind you of the shared human curiosity that binds us across time and space. In the world of ancient Egypt, the skies served as a vast celestial canvas. The Egyptians meticulously charted the stars to develop a calendar system that was remarkably accurate. They divided the year into 365 days, closely aligning with the solar year. This precision was vital for agricultural planning, ensuring the timing of the Nile's floods was predicted with stunning accuracy. Did you know the Egyptians also aligned their Great Pyramids with the cardinal points of the compass and specific stars, symbolizing their deep connection to the heavens? Speaking of alignment, the ancient Polynesians were adept at navigating vast ocean expanses using only the stars and natural signs. Their voyaging canoes crisscrossed the Pacific Ocean, guided by the positions of the stars, the sun, and the moon. Remarkably, they had no written language, but passed down their knowledge through oral traditions, teaching each generation to navigate by the celestial lights above. Isn't it fascinating how the vast ocean was merely a map beneath the stars to these skilled navigators? Across the globe in the Indus Valley, ancient astronomers observed the movements of celestial bodies with such care that their insights were recorded in texts like the Vedas. These texts reveal a sophisticated understanding of planetary cycles and eclipses, with predictions often achieved through careful measurements. Their observations influenced not only their own society, but also left a lasting legacy on later Indian astronomy. Can you imagine the dedication and precision required to track such heavenly phenomena with only the naked eye? Moving to ancient Rome, the Julian calendar, introduced by Julius Caesar, was a reform of the Roman calendar based on solar observations. It was a significant step towards the calendar system we use today. This reform was made possible through the knowledge and guidance of Sosigenes, an Alexandrian astronomer and mathematician. Their collaboration bridged cultural and scientific divides, marking a pivotal moment in calendar history. Imagine how this adjustment helped realign society's activities with the natural world. In the Americas, the ancestral Puebloans of the American Southwest were keen astronomers as well. They constructed buildings like the Sun Dagger at Fajardo Butte, where sunlight and shadow interact with rock carvings to mark solstices and equinoxes. This ancient timekeeping device demonstrates their sophisticated understanding of solar cycles, integrating cosmic rhythms into their daily life. Isn't it incredible to think of these structures as ancient clocks harmonizing human activity with celestial events? Elsewhere, in the distant lands of Mesopotamia, the Akkadians were pioneering observers of the sky. They recorded not only the positions of stars and planets, but also their brightness and color. These early observations laid the groundwork for later astronomical cataloging, showcasing a deep appreciation for the subtleties of the cosmos. Their legacy is a testament to humanity's enduring quest to decode the language of the stars. Reflecting on the ancient Greeks once more, their astronomers, like Hipparchus, made groundbreaking discoveries such as the precession of the equinoxes. By carefully observing the shifting positions of the stars over time, they realized the Earth itself was subtly wobbling on its axis. This profound insight was crucial for understanding the long-term cycles of the heavens. Imagine the patience and precision required to notice such a gradual change over a lifetime of observations. As we drift further east to ancient Japan, the Asuka period saw the introduction of Chinese astronomical practices, which heavily influenced Japanese stargazing. The Japanese adapted and evolved these practices, incorporating them into their own cultural and religious observances. The Heian court, for instance, relied on astronomical knowledge to set the imperial calendar and determine auspicious dates for various events, reflecting how deeply embedded these celestial patterns were in the rhythm of societal life. In the Mediterranean, the Phoenicians, renowned for their seafaring prowess, utilized the North Star, Polaris, for navigation. This star, nearly fixed in the northern sky, provided a reliable celestial marker for their extensive maritime journeys. Their keen understanding of the night sky not only facilitated their trade routes, but also spread astronomical knowledge across the ancient world. It's awe-inspiring to consider how the stars served as a guiding beacon across the open seas. And let me tell you about the Nabateans of ancient Arabia, who integrated their astronomical knowledge into their architectural marvels like Petra. They meticulously aligned these structures to capture the light of the solstices, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of solar patterns. Their ability to blend astronomy with engineering and aesthetics is a testament to their ingenuity. Imagine standing in Petra, witnessing the sunlight illuminating sacred spaces exactly as it did thousands of years ago. In the Byzantine Empire, scholars inherited and extended the astronomical knowledge of earlier civilizations. Figures like Ptolemy, whose works were preserved and studied, continued to influence astronomical thought for centuries. His geocentric model of the cosmos, though later refined, was a cornerstone of medieval astronomy, bridging the gap between ancient wisdom and new discoveries. It's fascinating how these early ideas laid the foundation for future explorations of the universe. From the vast steppes of Central Asia, the Turkish nomadic cultures also had a rich astronomical tradition. They used the stars to navigate the open plains, and their cosmology reflected a deep reverence for the sky. The celestial sphere was seen as a dome above the earth, with stars and planets acting as guides for both practical navigation and spiritual reflection. Their understanding of the heavens was a vital part of their nomadic lifestyle, intertwined with their cultural identity. As the night sky unites us all under its vast canopy, let these stories of ancient astronomers inspire you. Each culture, with its unique understanding of the celestial dance, has contributed to our collective knowledge. As the stars continue their eternal journey, may you find comfort in the continuity of human curiosity and wonder. It's quite intriguing to reflect on how the ancient Babylonians, with their remarkable dedication to the skies, developed some of the earliest known star catalogues around 1200 BCE. They meticulously recorded the positions of various celestial bodies, creating a foundational framework for future astronomers. Their ingenuity didn't stop there. These early sky watchers also laid the groundwork for the zodiac, that familiar band of constellations traversed by the sun, moon, and planets. Can you imagine how their observations have influenced astrology as we know it? Speaking of early innovations, did you know that ancient Chinese astronomers made some of the first recorded observations of comets, supernovae, and even sunspots? Their meticulous records date back to the Shang dynasty around 1600 BCE and provide invaluable data for modern astronomers studying these phenomena. What's truly amazing is how these ancient scholars were able to observe and document such fleeting events with just their eyes and simple instruments. It reminds us of the timeless human curiosity that has always driven us to understand the universe. As we ponder the legacy of ancient stargazers, let's not forget the Maya civilization, whose astronomical prowess was truly remarkable. They constructed observatories and developed intricate calendars that aligned with celestial events. One of their most significant achievements was the creation of the long count calendar, which precisely tracked time over thousands of years. Imagine the precision required to calculate such lengthy periods without modern technology. This calendar was not just a way to mark time, but also a tool for predicting astronomical events and guiding agricultural practices. In ancient Egypt, the alignment of the pyramids with the stars is a testament to their deep understanding of the night sky. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is aligned with incredible precision to the cardinal points and the stars in Orion's belt. This alignment was not only an architectural feat, but also held significant religious and cultural meaning. The Egyptians believed that the pharaohs ascended to the heavens to join the gods, and the pyramids served as a celestial staircase. Isn't it fascinating to think of these monumental structures as bridges between the earth and the cosmos? Turning our gaze to ancient Persia, the Zoroastrians had a profound connection with the stars. They believed that the heavens were a reflection of divine order, and their religious practices were closely tied to astronomical observations. The priestly class, known as magi, were skilled astronomers who played a crucial role in the development of Persian science and religion. Their influence extended far beyond their own borders, contributing to the rich tapestry of astronomical knowledge shared by ancient cultures. The Aboriginal Australians too have a rich tradition of astronomical knowledge that has been passed down through generations. Their oral histories and cultural practices are deeply intertwined with the stars, which they view as ancestors and important figures in their creation stories. These ancient astronomers used the night sky for navigation, timekeeping, and cultural storytelling. It's truly remarkable how this ancient knowledge is still preserved today, offering a unique perspective on the cosmos. Journeying to the ancient Near East, the Assyrians made significant contributions to the field of astronomy. Building upon the observations of their Babylonian predecessors, they developed an intricate system of lunar and solar eclipses predictions, which were recorded on cuneiform tablets. This ability to predict eclipses demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics and furthered the scientific study of astronomy in ancient Mesopotamia. In ancient India, Aryabhata, a brilliant mathematician and astronomer, proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system centuries before Copernicus. He suggested that the Earth spins on its axis and that the apparent motion of the stars is due to this rotation. This groundbreaking insight, recorded in his work Aryabhatiya in the 5th century, challenged prevailing geocentric views and highlighted the advanced thinking of Indian astronomers. Imagine how revolutionary this idea must have seemed at the time. The ancient Greeks, with their insatiable curiosity, also made significant strides in understanding the cosmos. Eratosthenes, for instance, calculated the circumference of the Earth with astonishing accuracy in the 3rd century BCE. By measuring the angle of the sun's rays at different locations in Egypt, he was able to deduce the Earth's size using simple geometric principles. His achievement is a testament to the power of observation and mathematical reasoning. Have you ever heard of the Antikythera mechanism? This ancient Greek device, discovered in a shipwreck, is often considered the world's first analog computer. Dating back to around the 2nd century BCE, it was used to predict astronomical events, such as eclipses and the positions of celestial bodies. The complexity and precision of this device are astounding, offering a glimpse into the sophisticated technological capabilities of the ancient Greeks. In the distant Andes, the Inca civilization had a profound connection with astronomy, using it to govern their agricultural cycles and religious ceremonies. They constructed impressive structures like the Coricancha Temple, which was aligned with the sun during solstices. The Incas believed that celestial events were manifestations of the gods, and their leaders were considered to be descendants of the sun. What a fascinating interplay between the divine and the celestial. Even the Polynesians, renowned for their navigation skills, relied heavily on the stars to traverse vast ocean distances. They used a system of star paths, memorizing the rise and set points of stars to guide their journeys. This navigational prowess allowed them to explore and settle remote islands across the Pacific, showcasing their exceptional understanding of the night sky. Can you imagine crossing the open ocean with only the stars as your guide? As we reflect on these incredible achievements, it's clear that ancient astronomers, with their diverse cultural perspectives, have laid the foundation for our modern understanding of the universe. Their stories remind us of the enduring human quest to explore, understand, and connect with the cosmos. As you ponder these tales, may you find inspiration in the timeless bond between humanity and the stars, a bond that continues to guide and illuminate our journey through the vast expanse of space. Ancient astronomy is filled with surprising discoveries and innovations that continue to captivate our imagination. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Babylonians. They developed one of the earliest known methods to track the movement of Jupiter, using a form of calculus over 1,000 years before its formal discovery. Imagine the complexity of their calculations, scribbled meticulously on clay tablets, forming the foundation of celestial mathematics. Speaking of ancient complexity, did you know that the Maya were not only adept at creating calendars, but also had an advanced understanding of celestial cycles? They could predict solar and lunar eclipses with remarkable accuracy, a skill that required intricate knowledge of the heavens. Their inscriptions reveal a sophisticated system that correlated celestial events with historical and mythical narratives. And here's something fascinating. The ancient Chinese made significant contributions to astronomy, including the earliest known recorded observation of a supernova in 1054 CE. This event was documented in meticulous detail, describing a guest star that appeared in the night sky and was visible for several months. It's astonishing to think how their careful observations have provided modern astronomers with valuable insights into stellar life cycles. Turning our attention to the Greeks, Ptolemy's Almagest was a comprehensive treatise that compiled the astronomical knowledge of his time. Within its pages, Ptolemy described the geocentric model of the universe, which placed the Earth at the center. This model dominated astronomical thought for over 1,000 years, illustrating the profound influence of ancient Greek scholarship. Have you ever heard of Hipparchus, another brilliant Greek astronomer? He was the first to develop a star catalogue and introduced the concept of celestial coordinates, allowing for the precise mapping of the night sky. His work laid the groundwork for future astronomers and remains a testament to the enduring legacy of ancient Greek astronomy. In the realm of ancient innovation, the Islamic Golden Age was a period of remarkable astronomical advancement. Scholars in the Islamic world translated and preserved Greek texts, while also making significant original contributions. One such scholar, al-Battani, accurately determined the length of the solar year and refined the values of the precession of the equinoxes. His meticulous work influenced European astronomers during the Renaissance and beyond. Did you know that the ancient Chinese also invented the armillary sphere, a three-dimensional model of the celestial sphere? This intricate device allowed astronomers to visualize the movements of the stars and planets, providing a powerful tool for educational and observational purposes. The craftsmanship and precision of these spheres reflect the advanced state of Chinese astronomical knowledge. Let me tell you about the intricate observatories of ancient India. The Jantar Mantar in Jaipur, constructed in the early 18th century by Maharaja Jai Singh II, features a collection of 19 astronomical instruments. These include large-scale sundials and devices for measuring celestial altitudes. Their sheer size and precision are awe-inspiring, bridging the ancient world with early modern astronomy. It's also worth mentioning that the ancient Arab astronomers made pioneering contributions to the field of optics. Ibn al-Haytham, often regarded as the father of modern optics, laid the foundations for understanding how light and vision work. His studies helped to advance the use of lenses in astronomical observations, enhancing the ability to explore the heavens. Speaking of exploration, let's consider the ancient Polynesians once more. Their ability to navigate vast ocean distances using only the stars as a guide is nothing short of extraordinary. By studying the night sky and memorizing the position of stars, they developed a complex system of wayfinding, enabling them to explore and settle islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean. This mastery of celestial navigation ranks as one of the greatest achievements in human history. Back in the ancient Western world, the Romans also dabbled in astronomy, though they were more focused on practical applications. They used the stars to develop a complex agricultural calendar that dictated the best times for planting and harvesting crops. This reliance on celestial patterns helped sustain their agricultural economy and secure the Roman Empire's prosperity. The ancient Egyptians, too, were keen observers of the heavens. Not only did they align their pyramids with the stars, but they also devised a calendar based on the heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. This event signaled the annual flooding of the Nile River, a crucial period for Egyptian agriculture. Their calendar was so effective that it remained in use for millennia. And here's another curious fact. The ancient Celts had a profound connection with the natural world, including the stars. They constructed stone circles like the famous Stonehenge, which some researchers believe were used to mark important astronomical events such as solstices and equinoxes. These structures hint at a deep understanding of astronomy. As we weave through these myriad cultures and times, it's remarkable to see how each civilization, in its own unique way, sought to understand the universe. This pursuit of celestial knowledge not only shaped their worldviews but also laid the groundwork for modern astronomy. The stories of these ancient astronomers remind us of the timeless and universal human desire to explore and comprehend the cosmos, a journey that continues to this day. Imagine gazing up at the night sky in ancient Babylon. Did you know that the Babylonians were among the first to document the predictable patterns of celestial bodies? They meticulously recorded the movements of stars and planets on clay tablets, known as the Enuma Anu Enlil. These records formed one of the earliest known attempts to systematically study the heavens, laying the foundation for astrological and astronomical traditions that would echo through history. Here's something intriguing. The ancient Egyptians weren't just concerned with the practicalities of timekeeping and agriculture. They believed that the stars had a direct influence on the fate of their pharaohs. The ceilings of royal tombs were often adorned with star maps depicting the northern circumpolar constellations, believed to be the eternal realm of the gods. This celestial imagery served both as a guide for the deceased in the afterlife and a symbol of divine kingship. Moving to the Far East, the ancient Chinese had a particularly advanced understanding of lunar phenomena. They were able to predict solar and lunar eclipses with incredible accuracy by the 7th century BCE. They even recognized the Saros cycle, an 18-year, 11-day period after which eclipses repeat, showcasing their deep comprehension of celestial mechanics long before modern tools and technologies.
Have you pondered how the ancient Greeks measured the Earth's circumference?
Eratosthenes, a Greek scholar from the 3rd century BCE, devised a clever experiment using the angles of shadows in different locations. By comparing the shadow cast in Syene, where the sun shone directly overhead, to the shadow in Alexandria, he calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable precision. His work is a testament to the ingenuity and curiosity that defined ancient Greek science. Now, consider the skies from the perspective of the ancient Norse. Their mythology was rich with astronomical references, and they imagined the sky as a vast dome encircling the Earth. The Norse associated the constellations with their gods and heroes, creating a cosmology that blended observation with storytelling. The auroras, known as the Northern Lights, were believed to be reflections from the shields of the Valkyries. Another fascinating point of interest comes from the ancient Maya, whose observations of Venus were incredibly precise. They tracked the planet's cycles over centuries and integrated this knowledge into their ceremonial calendar. Venus held significant symbolic importance, often associated with the god Kuk-ul-Khan, and its appearances were interpreted as auspicious or ominous, influencing decisions on matters of war and peace. Speaking of planets, did you know that the ancient Greeks initially believed that comets were atmospheric phenomena, akin to clouds or vapors rising from the Earth? It wasn't until later that philosophers like Aristotle began to theorize about their celestial nature. This shift in understanding marked an important step towards viewing the cosmos as a realm of natural laws, rather than a domain of unpredictability. In ancient Mesopotamia, the ziggurat of Ur was more than a religious edifice. It served as an astronomical observatory. Priests astronomers would ascend its heights to study the stars and planets, making predictions about the future. The structure's alignment and design reflect its dual role in the spiritual and scientific life of the civilization, illustrating the interconnectedness of these realms in the ancient world. Let's not forget the Islamic Golden Age, where scholars like Alhazen developed theories on the refraction of light. This understanding of light's properties was crucial for enhancing the accuracy of astronomical observations, as it helped correct for distortions caused by the atmosphere. His work would later influence the development of optics in the Renaissance, showcasing the enduring impact of ancient discoveries. And here's a curious tradition from ancient India. The nakshatras, or lunar mansions, divided the night sky into 27 segments along the ecliptic. Each segment was associated with specific stars and used in Vedic astrology to determine auspicious times for rituals and events. This intricate system of celestial mapping reflects the sophisticated astronomical knowledge present in the Indian subcontinent millennia ago. Moving to the Americas, the ancestral Puebloans of the Chaco Canyon region constructed buildings aligned with solar and lunar cycles. The Fajada Butte, a natural rock formation, features a solar calendar known as the Sun Dagger, which marks solstices and equinoxes with beams of light. This ingenious use of natural features to track celestial events demonstrates the Puebloans' deep understanding of the sky. Returning to Europe, the ancient Greeks, particularly the Pythagoreans, were fascinated by the idea of a harmonious cosmos. They believed that the planets produced a celestial music as they moved through the heavens, a concept known as the music of the spheres. Though purely philosophical, this idea highlights the profound connection between mathematics, music, and astronomy in ancient thought. Lastly, consider the ancient Etruscans, who have left behind mysterious artifacts known as liver models, used for divination. These models featured detailed representations of the heavens, suggesting that they may have used celestial phenomena to predict future events. The blending of astronomy and divination in Etruscan culture reflects a broader trend in the ancient world, where the heavens were seen as a source of both scientific and spiritual wisdom. Each of these stories shines a light on the enduring human quest to understand the universe, revealing a tapestry of insights and beliefs woven through the ages. From the meticulous records of the Babylonians to the cosmic harmonies imagined by the Greeks, these ancient traditions continue to inspire awe and wonder. It's a vivid reminder of how our ancestors looked to the stars and saw reflections of their own hopes, fears, and dreams, an eternal dance that we are privileged to join. Can you imagine observing the night sky without any modern instruments, relying solely on your eyes and intuition? This is exactly what ancient astronomers did, and their achievements are nothing short of remarkable. Among these early sky watchers were the Polynesians, who navigated vast oceanic distances using their knowledge of the stars. They could identify over 200 stars and star clusters, enabling them to travel thousands of kilometers with incredible precision, long before the invention of the compass. Speaking of navigation, did you know that the ancient Egyptians were quite adept at using the stars to guide their way? They developed a star clock that allowed them to tell time at night by observing the position of specific stars in relation to the horizon. This system was essential for both practical purposes, like navigation, and spiritual ceremonies tied to their calendar. In a different part of the world, the Babylonians were making significant strides in understanding planetary motion. They were among the first to recognize that planets moved in predictable patterns, distinguishing them from the fixed stars. Their records show detailed observations of the movements of Jupiter, leading to the development of mathematical models that could predict the planet's future positions. Did you know that the Mayans had their own unique system for predicting celestial events? They constructed elaborate observatories, such as the one at Chichen Itza, designed to track the movements of the Sun, Moon, and Venus. Their calendar system, which interwove solar and lunar cycles, allowed for astonishingly accurate predictions of solar eclipses. Here's an interesting tidbit. The ancient Persians had a deep fascination with the zodiac. They believed that the position of the stars and planets at the moment of a person's birth could influence their fate. This belief led to the development of early astrological practices, linking celestial phenomena with human events in intricate ways. In ancient China, astronomers were particularly interested in supernovas, or guest stars, as they called them. They meticulously recorded these sudden, bright stars, noting their appearance and disappearance. One such observation in the 11th century led to the identification of the Crab Nebula, a famous remnant of a supernova still studied by astronomers today. Let's shift our gaze to the Indian subcontinent, where astronomers developed the concept of zero, a mathematical breakthrough that revolutionized calculations of celestial phenomena. This understanding greatly enhanced their ability to predict planetary positions and eclipses, showcasing how mathematics and astronomy evolved hand in hand. Have you ever pondered how the ancient Greeks viewed the universe beyond our immediate sky? They postulated the existence of a celestial sphere, an imaginary dome on which the stars were embedded. This concept helped them explain the apparent movement of stars and planets, laying the groundwork for future astronomical models. In Africa, the Dogon people of Mali have long held a detailed knowledge of the Sirius star system, which they claim was passed down through oral tradition. Their understanding of Sirius B, a companion star invisible to the naked eye, remains a topic of intriguing speculation and wonder among historians and anthropologists. Speaking of celestial phenomena, the Aboriginal Australians possess one of the oldest continuous astronomical traditions. Their Dreamtime stories map the movements of stars and planets, serving as both cultural lore and practical guides for navigation and hunting. Their knowledge of the Southern Cross constellation, for instance, has been passed down through generations, highlighting the timeless relationship between humans and the cosmos. In ancient Europe, Stonehenge stands as a testament to early astronomical understanding. This prehistoric monument is aligned with the solstices, suggesting that it may have functioned as a solar calendar. Its construction and alignment indicate a sophisticated grasp of solar cycles, which continues to inspire awe and curiosity to this day. Let's not forget the Aztecs, who incorporated their celestial observations into the very fabric of their society. Their calendar stone, a remarkable piece of art and science, tracks the movement of the sun and other celestial bodies. It played a crucial role in determining agricultural cycles, religious festivals, and even the fates of empires. As we journey back to the Middle East, consider the renowned Library of Alexandria. Among its myriad treasures were detailed records of astronomical observations. Scholars at this hub of knowledge speculated about the possibility of a heliocentric universe centuries before such ideas became mainstream. Did you know that the ancient Romans were also keen observers of the night sky? They adopted the Greek system of constellations, but infused them with their own mythologies and deities. This blending of cultural narratives with astronomical observations illustrates the rich tapestry of shared human experience across civilizations. And here's a final intriguing point. The concept of an infinite universe was first proposed by the ancient Greek philosopher Anaximander. He envisioned a cosmos without boundaries, challenging the prevailing views of a finite universe enclosed within the celestial sphere. This early exploration of infinity laid the philosophical groundwork for future astronomical discoveries. As you reflect on these stories, imagine the countless generations who gazed at the stars, seeking to understand their place in the universe. Each culture, with its unique perspective, contributed to a collective tapestry of knowledge that continues to guide and inspire us. In viewing the cosmos through ancient eyes, we are reminded of our enduring connection to the stars and the infinite possibilities they represent. Let me share something intriguing with you about the ancient Egyptians and their relationship with the brightest star in our night sky, Sirius. The annual appearance of Sirius just before dawn, known as its Helaical rising, was eagerly anticipated by the Egyptians as it coincided with the flooding of the Nile River. This event marked the start of their new year and was vital for agriculture. Their ability to predict this event with precision highlights their deep understanding of celestial cycles. Speaking of celestial influences, did you know that the ancient Greeks had a special reverence for Pythagoras, not just as a mathematician but as an astronomer as well? Pythagoras and his followers believed that the movements of the planets produced a form of music, known as the harmony of the spheres. This mystical concept suggested that the cosmos was governed by mathematical ratios and that this celestial music was a reflection of the universe's intrinsic order. Here's a fascinating fact. The use of lunar calendars was widespread in ancient times, but the Babylonians took it a step further by devising the Metonic cycle. This 19-year period allowed them to synchronize the solar year with the lunar cycle by adding extra months. This level of precision in their calendar system facilitated accurate agricultural planning and religious festivals, showcasing their sophisticated astronomical calculations. Now, let's travel east to ancient China again, where astronomy was deeply intertwined with astrology. The Chinese developed one of the earliest forms of celestial cartography, creating star maps that included over 1,000 stars. These maps were not merely for stargazing. They played a crucial role in guiding state affairs, as celestial events were seen as omens that could influence political decisions and the emperor's mandate. Imagine this. In ancient India, the sage Aryabhata proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis daily, an idea that predated the widely accepted heliocentric model by nearly a millennium. His work, the Aryabhatiya, also included calculations of the Earth's circumference that were remarkably close to modern values. Aryabhati's insights underscore the advanced astronomical understanding in ancient India. Did you ever wonder how ancient cultures explained the occurrence of solar and lunar eclipses? In Norse mythology, eclipses were believed to be caused by sky wolves chasing and occasionally catching the sun or moon. This vivid narrative reflects how different societies across the world sought to explain and understand the celestial events they witnessed, blending myth with observation. Let's delve into the contributions of the Islamic Golden Age, where scholars made remarkable advancements in both observational techniques and theoretical models. Al-Battani was one such astronomer who refined the work of Ptolemy by providing more accurate measurements of the solar year and the precession of the equinoxes. His work laid the groundwork for later developments in both Islamic and European astronomy. Speaking of which, have you heard about the Antikythera mechanism? This ancient Greek device, discovered in a shipwreck, is considered the world's first known analog computer. It was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance. The complexity of this mechanism, with its intricate gears and precise calculations, continues to amaze researchers, revealing the technical prowess of ancient Greek engineering. Reflecting on Mesoamerican cultures once more, the Incas also had their own unique approach to astronomy. They used large stones called intihuatanas, which means hitching posts of the sun, to track the sun's movement throughout the year. These stones helped them determine solstices and equinoxes, which were essential for their agricultural and ceremonial calendars. Let's turn our attention to the Polynesians, who were master navigators of the Pacific Ocean. They relied heavily on their knowledge of stars, ocean swells, and bird flight patterns to voyage vast distances between the islands. Their star maps, memorized and passed down through oral tradition, are a testament to their impressive navigational skills and understanding of the night sky. While we're exploring the ancient world, consider the Etruscans of Italy, who believed that the heavens were divided into 16 regions, each governed by different gods. This division was used for interpreting omens, especially those revealed by lightning and bird flights. Their detailed system of divination indicates a sophisticated belief in celestial influence over earthly affairs. And here's something captivating. The ancient Persians constructed massive stepped terraces called ziggurats, which served both as temples and astronomical observatories. These structures allowed priests to observe celestial events and perform rituals in alignment with the stars, emphasizing the intertwined nature of their religious and astronomical practices. As we continue our journey through ancient astronomical history, let's not overlook the early Middle Eastern civilizations, who were keen observers of the planet Venus. The Assyrians, for instance, meticulously recorded Venus's movements, associating its cycles with various deities and using it to time key events in their calendar.
Lastly, did you know that the Maya believed in the existence of multiple worlds connected by the stars?
Their mythology wove together the celestial and terrestrial, with each star or planet representing a specific god or spirit. This intricate cosmology reflects their deep spiritual connection to the cosmos and highlights the rich storytelling traditions that were born from observing the night sky. These stories from ancient times remind us how astronomy has always been more than just a science. It's a bridge between the heavens and the earth, a source of wonder and knowledge that has shaped human history in countless ways. Let your imagination soar as you contemplate how each culture, with its unique perspective, gazed upon the same stars we've come to know and love, each finding its own truth in the twinkling lights above. Imagine for a moment the vastness of ancient Mesopotamia, where early astronomers were among the first to meticulously record the movements of planets. They regarded celestial bodies not just as gods, but as cosmic rulers influencing earthly events. Their observations of Jupiter, known as Marduk, were especially detailed, as they believed this planet's movements foretold the fate of their cities. Did you ever think that such detailed planetary tracking could exist so many centuries ago? Speaking of detailed observations, let's drift over to ancient Greece, where Anaxagoras was one of the first to propose that the moon reflected the sun's light, rather than generating its own. This was a groundbreaking concept at the time, and helped pave the way for future understandings of lunar phases and eclipses. It's remarkable to consider that such insights came from simple yet profound observations of the natural world. There's something fascinating about ancient Egyptian astronomy as well. The Egyptians built their temples and pyramids with precise alignments to the stars. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is aligned with incredible accuracy to the cardinal points and may have been used to track the positions of stars in the constellation Orion. This celestial alignment was not only architectural, but also deeply spiritual, as the Egyptians believed their pharaohs became stars in the afterlife. Now, if we journey to the heart of ancient Rome, we find that their military strategies were sometimes influenced by celestial events. Roman generals would consult the skies before battles, believing that the positions of certain stars and planets could predict the outcome of military engagements. This mix of strategy and superstition underlines the powerful belief in astrology that permeated Roman society. Moving to the Far East, in Korea, the Chumsongdae Observatory stands as one of the oldest surviving astronomical observatories in the world. Built during the Silla dynasty, its name means stargazing tower. This structure was used to observe stars and predict the weather, highlighting the practical applications of astronomy in agriculture and daily life. Close your eyes and picture ancient Arabia, where the night sky was a canvas for the nomadic Bedouins. They developed their own star-based navigation system, relying on the stars to guide them through the vast desert landscapes. Their intimate knowledge of the stars was passed down through generations, ensuring safe passage and successful trade routes across the harsh terrain. And here's a curious aspect of ancient astronomy. The Druids of Britain were known for their astronomical knowledge, particularly in relation to Stonehenge. This iconic stone circle is thought to have been used as an astronomical calendar, marking solstices and equinoxes with remarkable precision. It's intriguing to think that these ancient people could align such massive stones with celestial events. In ancient Japan, did you know that the moon held a special place in poetry and art, often symbolizing beauty and transience? Many haikus and paintings from that era reflect a deep appreciation for the lunar cycle, illustrating the moon's profound impact on Japanese culture and philosophy. Turning our attention to the ancient Hebrews, they used a lunar-solar calendar which integrated both lunar and solar cycles to dictate religious festivals and agricultural practices. This careful synchronization ensured that their holy days remained consistent with the seasons, underscoring the importance of astronomy in their spiritual life. Imagine the Maya civilization once more, where their priests meticulously tracked Venus, known as the morning star, and used its cycles to guide warfare and ritual activities. This intense focus on Venus highlights how one celestial body could hold such great cultural and spiritual significance. Venture to the Andes, where the ancient Nazca people created immense geoglyphs, including a giant depiction of a spider, which some researchers believe may have been aligned with certain star constellations. These mysterious lines in the desert sands continue to intrigue and inspire curiosity about their astronomical purpose. In Persia, during the Sasanian Empire, the creation of the Royal Observatory of Jundishapur stands out. This observatory was a center of learning and included scholars from different cultures who contributed to the advancement of astronomy and science. The cross-cultural exchanges that took place there were instrumental in the development of early astronomical thought. Consider the ancient cultures of the Pacific Northwest, where indigenous peoples told stories of the stars that were imbued with teachings and moral lessons. These star stories served as educational tools, connecting generations to their history and their place within the cosmos. Finally, in the lands of the Celts, their rich mythology often intertwined with celestial events. The appearance of certain stars and constellations would guide their seasonal festivals and rituals, reflecting their deep connection with the cycle of nature. As you let these stories swirl around you, think about how each ancient culture, in its own unique way, turned its gaze to the heavens, finding meaning and guidance among the stars. These celestial narratives weave a rich tapestry of human history, reminding us of our inherent curiosity and the timeless wonder of the night sky. As you drift gently into slumber, let the stars guide your dreams just as they have guided humanity for millennia. Imagine tracing your fingers across a map of ancient China, where the sky was not just a source of wonder, but a vital record keeper. The Chinese were among the first to record solar and lunar eclipses, dating back to as early as the 2nd millennium BCE. These meticulous records served not only as a means of tracking celestial events, but also as a tool for predicting future occurrences. The ancient Chinese believed that eclipses were celestial omens, often signaling change and necessitating careful interpretation by court astronomers. This attention to detail in observing the skies reflects a deep respect for the harmony and balance they believed was essential between the heavens and earth. Speaking of harmony, let's meander over to ancient India, where the Vedas, some of the oldest sacred texts, contain hymns that describe the movements of the cosmos. These texts mention the sun, moon, and planets, illustrating an early understanding of celestial mechanics. Indian astronomers, like Aryabhata, proposed that the Earth was round and rotated on its axis, a concept remarkably ahead of its time. His ideas laid the groundwork for later astronomical studies and were instrumental in advancing mathematical calculations related to celestial movement. Now, envision the dry sands of Babylon, where ancient astronomers were particularly fascinated by the planet Jupiter. They tracked its movement meticulously, recording its progress across the sky on clay tablets. This dedication to observing Jupiter allowed them to predict its future positions accurately, showcasing their sophisticated understanding of planetary cycles. These records are among the earliest known examples of scientific methods used to track planetary motion, highlighting a profound commitment to understanding the universe. Turning our gaze towards the center of the world, ancient Egypt, where the star Sirius played a critical role in the civilization's agricultural cycle. The heliacal rising of Sirius, when it first becomes visible just before sunrise, marked the start of the annual flooding of the Nile River. This event was crucial for farming, as the floodwaters deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the fields, ensuring bountiful harvests. The Egyptians developed a calendar based on this star, which underscores the practical application of astronomy in their daily lives. In the heart of ancient Greece, did you know that philosophers like Pythagoras believed that planets produced their own unique musical notes as they moved through the cosmos? This concept, known as the music of the spheres, suggested that the universe was in perfect harmony, with celestial bodies creating a symphony of sound as they orbited. Although this idea was more philosophical than scientific, it encapsulated the Greeks' quest to find order and beauty in the natural world. As we drift to the ancient Near East, we find that the Assyrians were adept at using astronomy for predictive purposes. They observed the planet Venus closely, associating its appearances with important political and military events. Such observations were meticulously recorded in their annals, forming a crucial part of the decision-making process for Assyrian kings. This blend of astronomy and astrology illustrates how deeply intertwined celestial phenomena were with earthly affairs. In the cool shadows of the Andes, the Inca civilization had their own unique way of organizing the cosmos. They used a system of sequoia lines, or imaginary lines radiating from the Temple of the Sun in Cusco, to align their religious and ceremonial sites with key astronomical events. These lines helped the Incas keep track of the solstices and equinoxes, underscoring their sophisticated understanding of solar cycles and their importance in agricultural planning. Let's wander over to the vast plains of ancient Mesopotamia, where the advent of writing allowed for the systematic recording of astronomical observations. The Mesopotamians developed a lunar calendar based on the phases of the moon, which they used to organize religious festivals and agricultural activities. This calendar system was one of the earliest attempts to synchronize human activities with the cycles of the heavens, illustrating the vital role of astronomy in shaping societal structures. In the world of the ancient Aztecs, the sun was a deity that required nourishment through sacrifices to ensure the continuation of life. The Aztecs believed that the sun fought a daily battle against darkness, and only through human offerings could it rise each morning. This belief underscores the profound spiritual connection between the celestial and the terrestrial, and how astronomical phenomena were deeply embedded in their religious practices. Finally, consider the ancient Polynesians, who were remarkable navigators, using the stars to voyage across vast expanses of ocean. They relied on a knowledge system known as wayfinding, which combined observations of the stars, ocean swells, and bird patterns to guide them. This sophisticated understanding of the heavens allowed them to settle islands across the Pacific, demonstrating the practical application of astronomy in exploration and survival. As these stories gently unfold, let them cradle you in a soft embrace of wonder and curiosity. Each culture, in its own way, found meaning and guidance in the stars, weaving a cosmic tapestry that continues to inspire. As you drift into a peaceful rest, remember that the stars have always been there, watching over humanity, a constant presence in our shared history, guiding us through the night with their gentle ancient light. Let's imagine ourselves in ancient China once more, where a fascinating practice involved the use of water clocks to measure time. These ingenious devices not only tracked the hours of the day, but also played a crucial role in scheduling astronomical observations, ensuring that every moment spent under the night sky was precisely accounted for. This meticulous attention to detail highlights the importance of timekeeping in the accurate study of celestial bodies. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were quite innovative in their use of mathematics to predict lunar eclipses? They developed complex algorithms to calculate the timing of these events, allowing them to predict future occurrences with remarkable accuracy. This mathematical approach laid the groundwork for more sophisticated predictive models that would emerge in later cultures. Speaking of innovative techniques, the ancient Greeks developed an intricate model known as the Antikythera mechanism. This mechanical device, discovered in a shipwreck, was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. Often referred to as the world's first analog computer, it serves as a testament to the Greeks' advanced understanding of mechanical and astronomical principles. Now, let's turn our gaze to the Mayans, who created an elaborate calendar system that interwove their knowledge of astronomy with their cultural and religious beliefs. They constructed observatories to study the movements of celestial bodies, and their calendar included cycles for the sun, moon, and planets, highlighting their sophisticated understanding of time and the cosmos. In the distant lands of ancient Persia, the astronomer Al-Sufi produced a detailed star catalogue known as the Book of Fixed Stars. This work, which meticulously described the positions and magnitudes of stars, served as an essential reference for astronomers for centuries. Al-Sufi's contributions reflect the rich astronomical tradition in the Islamic Golden Age, which combined scientific inquiry with deep cultural and religious significance. Speaking of star catalogues, did you know that the ancient Egyptians used a star clock to keep time at night? This clock divided the night into 12 hours, using the heliacal risings of stars to mark each hour. This system was not only practical, but also revealed their precise observations of the night sky, which were integral to their religious and agricultural practices. Let's drift over to ancient Rome, where the astronomer and mathematician Ptolemy compiled the Almagest, a comprehensive treatise on the motions of the stars and planets. His geocentric model of the universe, which placed Earth at the center, dominated astronomical thought for over a millennium until the heliocentric model gained acceptance. Ptolemy's work exemplified the blend of observation, mathematics, and philosophy that characterized ancient Roman scientific endeavors. And here's something fascinating. The ancient Celts constructed stone circles, such as Stonehenge, that aligned with solar and lunar events. These impressive structures served not only as ceremonial sites, but also as astronomical calendars, helping to track the passage of time and the changing seasons. The precision of these alignments highlights the Celts' deep connection with the natural world and their sophisticated understanding of celestial cycles. In ancient India, the mathematician and astronomer Brahmagupta made significant contributions to the understanding of lunar and solar eclipses. His calculations and theories on the orbits of planets were groundbreaking for their time and laid the foundation for future astronomical studies. Brahmagupta's work underscores the rich tradition of scientific inquiry in ancient Indian culture. Now, consider the ancient Chinese belief in the mandate of heaven, which linked the emperor's rule to the will of the cosmos. Astronomers were tasked with observing the skies to detect omens that could indicate divine approval or disapproval of the emperor's reign. This practice illustrates the profound connection between governance and astronomy, as celestial events were seen as reflections of the earthly realm. As we wander back to the Mayan civilization, let's marvel at their understanding of the Venus cycle. They meticulously tracked the planet's movements, and their observations were used to dictate important events such as warfare and religious ceremonies. This level of detail in their astronomical records demonstrates the central role that celestial phenomena played in their society. Did you know that the ancient Polynesians relied on the rising and setting of specific stars to navigate the vast Pacific Ocean? Their star-based navigation system was incredibly accurate, enabling them to discover and settle islands across great distances. This remarkable feat showcases their exceptional observational skills and deep understanding of the night sky. Meanwhile, in ancient Mesopotamia, the ziggurats served not only as temples but also as astronomical observatories. From these towering structures, priests observed the stars and planets, using their movements to formulate predictions and guide decisions. This dual-purpose architecture highlights the intertwined nature of religion and astronomy in their culture. Finally, let's reflect on the rich astronomical tradition of the Islamic world during the medieval period. Scholars such as al-Biruni made significant advancements in the measurement of time and the development of astronomical instruments. Their work bridged ancient knowledge with new discoveries, preserving and expanding upon the wisdom of the past. As we close our gentle exploration of these ancient wonders, let your mind wander through the starlit tapestry woven by countless cultures. Each observation, each calculation, a thread connecting us to our ancestors who gazed upwards, seeking to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos. As you drift into a peaceful slumber, may these stories of celestial exploration, whispered dreams of wonder and discovery, reminding you of the timeless bond between humanity and the stars. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Babylonians and their impressive understanding of the cosmos. They were among the first to divide the sky into sections, creating what we now call the zodiac. Their observations of the stars and planets were meticulously recorded on clay tablets, some of which are still being deciphered today. This methodical approach allowed them to predict celestial events, such as lunar eclipses, with remarkable accuracy. Speaking of the zodiac, did you know that the concept of 12 signs is believed to have originated because the Babylonians observed 12 distinct constellations along the ecliptic path? This division was not only a tool for navigation and agriculture, but also a cornerstone of their astrological beliefs. It's fascinating how these ancient practices have evolved into the astrology we recognize today. Now, let's drift to the Andes, where the Inca civilization had their own unique way of understanding the sky. The Incas constructed observatories like the one at Machu Picchu to track the movement of the stars and planets. They also used the Milky Way as a cosmic river, believing it mirrored the sacred rivers on Earth. This symbiotic relationship between the heavens and their terrestrial world illustrates their profound spiritual connection with the cosmos. Here's a curious fact. The ancient Greeks, renowned for their contributions to astronomy, were not just looking to the skies for scientific understanding, but also for navigation. They developed a device known as the astrolabe, which allowed them to determine the altitude of stars above the horizon. This instrument became an essential tool for mariners guiding their journeys across the seas. Speaking of guidance, in ancient China, astronomers were highly esteemed, and their observations were considered crucial for state affairs. They believed that celestial phenomena directly affected the emperor and the empire's fate. One of the most interesting aspects of their astronomical tradition was the detailed recording of supernovae, which they referred to as guest stars. Some of the earliest recorded supernovae were observed by Chinese astronomers, providing invaluable data for modern scientists. As we ponder the stars, let's explore how the ancient Greeks imagined the cosmos. They proposed the concept of celestial spheres, envisioning the stars and planets as being embedded in transparent, concentric spheres that revolved around the Earth. This geocentric model, while later proven incorrect, laid the groundwork for centuries of astronomical thought and exploration. The idea of celestial spheres reflects the awe and mystery with which they regarded the universe. Consider the ancient Egyptians, who aligned their pyramids and temples with remarkable precision towards specific stars. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is aligned with the pole star, which played a crucial role in their understanding of the cosmos. This alignment was not only an architectural feat, but also an expression of their belief in an eternal order governed by the stars. And here's a surprising tidbit. The ancient Druids, a priestly class in Celtic society, are believed to have used oak groves as open-air observatories. These sacred spaces were thought to be places where they could commune with the divine, interpreting the movements of celestial bodies as messages from the gods. The Druids' reverence for nature and the cosmos underscores the spiritual dimensions of ancient astronomical practices. Let's not forget the ancient Japanese, who observed the night sky not only for practical purposes, but also for cultural and seasonal events. They celebrated the Tanabata festival, which marks the meeting of the stars Vega and Altair, representing two lovers separated by the Milky Way. This festival, rooted in a storied past, highlights how celestial events have inspired myth and tradition throughout human history. In the realm of scientific contributions, Aratus, a Greek poet, composed a famous poem called Phenomena, which described constellations and weather signs. This work was influential in disseminating knowledge of astronomy throughout the Hellenistic world and beyond. The blending of art and science in Aratus's work illustrates the holistic approach to understanding the universe that characterized ancient thought. Another captivating detail is found in the ancient Arab world, where scholars translated and preserved Greek astronomical texts, infusing them with their own insights and discoveries. This cultural synthesis resulted in a flowering of astronomical knowledge that would later be passed on to Europe, significantly influencing the Renaissance. Reflecting on the Mayans once more, their understanding of celestial phenomena was so precise that they could predict solar eclipses centuries in advance. This remarkable feat of calculation and observation emphasizes the sophistication of their astronomical knowledge and its central role in their society. Finally, let's consider the legacy of these ancient astronomers. Their diligent observations, innovative instruments, and profound cultural connections have gifted us a rich tapestry of knowledge that continues to inspire our exploration of the universe. As you contemplate these stories, May you feel a sense of wonder at the ingenuity and curiosity that have guided humanity's journey through the stars. As we continue this exploration of ancient astronomy, let me share something intriguing about the Polynesians, these master navigators of the vast Pacific Ocean. Without any sophisticated tools, they relied on an intimate knowledge of the stars, winds, and ocean currents to guide their long-distance voyages. Did you know they used a concept called star paths? This technique involved memorizing the rising and setting points of stars along the horizon, allowing them to maintain precise courses over thousands of kilometers. Such navigational prowess is a testament to their deep connection with the sky. Speaking of celestial navigation, the Vikings also had their own unique methods. While they are often remembered for their maritime exploits, few realize the ingenuity behind their navigation techniques. They utilized a tool known as the sunstone, which helped them locate the sun on overcast days. This mysterious mineral, believed to be a type of calcite, could polarize light and provide a navigational reference even when the sky was clouded. Turning our gaze to the Indian subcontinent, the ancient Indian astronomers made significant contributions to our understanding of the cosmos. Aryabhata, one of their most renowned scholars, proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis, a concept not widely accepted in Europe until much later. His insights were revolutionary for their time, demonstrating a remarkable grasp of astronomical principles. Isn't it fascinating how different cultures arrived at similar truths through independent paths? In the heart of the Arabian desert, the Nabateans, famed for their rock-cut city of Petra, were also keen observers of the heavens. Their monumental tombs and structures were carefully aligned with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes. This alignment was not just architectural prowess, but a reflection of their belief in the cyclical nature of life and death. Have you ever wondered how these ancient peoples managed such precision without modern instruments? Meanwhile, in Mesoamerica, the Aztecs developed a sophisticated calendar system that intertwined astronomy and religion. Their calendar stone, often called the Sunstone, is a masterpiece of art and astronomical knowledge, depicting a cosmological worldview that integrated time cycles and celestial movements. This intricate system allowed them to organize agricultural and religious activities, highlighting the practical and spiritual significance of astronomy in their lives. In Europe, the Etruscans, who predated the Romans, had their own unique interpretations of celestial phenomena. They believed that the will of the gods was expressed through the movements of the stars and planets. Their priestly class, known as haruspices, would interpret celestial signs to guide political and military decisions. This reliance on the stars for divine guidance underscores the profound impact of astronomy on ancient governance and society. The ancient Hebrews also had a rich tradition of observing the heavens. The biblical book of Job contains references to constellations like Orion and the Pleiades, illustrating their awareness of celestial patterns. Additionally, the Hebrew calendar is based on lunar months, demonstrating a deep understanding of lunar cycles that continues to influence religious observances today. In the Southern Hemisphere, the Aboriginal peoples of Australia have long held a spiritual connection to the night sky. Their oral traditions and art are filled with stories that explain the creation and movements of stars and constellations. One such story describes the emu in the sky, a dark constellation formed by the dust lanes of the Milky Way. These celestial narratives not only convey cultural values, but also serve as practical guides for seasonal changes and navigation. Heading back to Asia, the ancient Koreans constructed elaborate observatories like the Cheomseongdae, one of the oldest surviving astronomical observatories in the world. This stone tower, built during the Silla dynasty, was used to observe the stars and predict seasonal changes, a crucial factor in agriculture and governance. It's remarkable how such structures continue to stand, bearing witness to the enduring legacy of ancient astronomy. The Persians, with their rich tradition of scientific inquiry, also left a lasting mark on the field of astronomy. The city of Maraghe, for instance, housed a great observatory that attracted scholars from across the world. These astronomers developed new models of planetary motion that would later influence the likes of Copernicus. Their contributions are a reminder of the interconnectedness of ancient knowledge across cultures and continents. And as we weave these tales together, consider the ancient Romans who, although more famous for their engineering and military prowess, were also keen astronomers. They adopted much of the Greek knowledge but also made their own observations. The Roman calendar, originally a lunar one, was eventually reformed into the Julian calendar under Julius Caesar, aligning more closely with the solar year and forming the basis of the calendar we use today. Returning to the Middle East, the ancient Sumerians are credited with some of the earliest recorded astronomical observations. Their division of the sky into zones and their detailed records of planetary movements laid foundational stones for future astronomical study. The Sumerians' pioneering efforts in cataloging the stars have echoed through millennia, influencing subsequent cultures and civilizations. Finally, among the ancient Celts, the sky served as a ceremonial space. They constructed structures like Stonehenge, which aligns with solar and lunar events, demonstrating an advanced understanding of celestial cycles. These megalithic monuments are not only archaeological wonders but also celestial calendars, bridging the earth and sky in a harmonious dance. As the night draws on, let your mind wander through these ancient landscapes, where stone and sky, myth and mathematics intertwined to form the rich tapestry of human understanding. Each culture, with its unique perspectives and discoveries, has contributed to the grand narrative of astronomy, inviting us to continue exploring the cosmos with wonder and curiosity.